Akbar and Birbal.
Why are the onions expensive today?
Now we have to pay extra taxes to Lord Khan.
Lord Khan? What for?
He says that there is an increase in the taxes.
That's very strange. On the contrary, the emperor is abolishing so many taxes.
We too have heard of it, but we cannot afford to annoy Khan Sahib.
Is my goal set ready?
It will take some time to be made.
How long? It's already a week. If you don't deliver the set by this evening, I'll get your shop demolished.
He's a scoundrel. He spares no one.
Lower your voice. He's the Emperor's brother-in-law.
Raja Birbal, ever since the king has appointed his brother-in-law Khan in the court, his arrogance and atrocities on common people have increased. He spares none, not even the elder ones.
We have to pay hefty bribes for even small transactions.
Bribery in our kingdom was unheard of. But now,
he is a respected citizen. The other day, Khan misbehaved with his daughter in the marketplace.
Why didn't you report it to the king? He holds women in high regard, and I'm sure
Khan is his brother-in-law. He'll definitely favor him. But if you bring these facts to his knowledge, he might.
All right. I will do the needful.
We shall be grateful to you.
You need not interfere in Khan's affairs. He's a dangerous man.
He cannot harm me in any way.
You very well know that the Queen always protects him and she hates you.
Let the whole world hate me, except you.
That's all. I don't need to hear any more. You've misused your position and power. Your indecent behavior and arrogance has caused us enough embarrassment. You cannot treat people like worms. Everyone in my kingdom is equal. Belonging to the royal family, you should have been more responsible. You're relieved of your duties with immediate effect.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. The Emperor was great.
Truly great.
I had warned you, brother. You didn't pay any heed. Bar had gone to your head. Complaints against you were pouring in from all corners.
It's Birbal who's complained to the king.
That comic character brings a lot of tragedy in our lives.
Please do something, my dear sister. Request the king. Get me reinstated. I cannot live with this insult.
You should have thought about it earlier. Now go away and let me think what I can do about it. Excuse me, Your Majesty. I'm informed that you've dismissed my brother Khan from the court.
He was not appointed on merit. You had pleaded for him, and in no time he has started showing his true colors.
He belongs to the royalty.
That does not justify his behavior.
Your Majesty, you should have ignored the complaints of ordinary people against him. Khan is my brother, and the brother-in-law of the Emperor of Hindustan.
That does not mean he's above the law.
Forgive him this time with a mild warning, and reinstate him to his position in the court.
I have already issued the order of his dismissal.
Then take it back.
It is not possible.
Please, Your Majesty, I beg of you.
You are crossing your limits.
Don't be so inconsiderate. My brother Khan is very dear to me.
Then you too can leave the palace and go to your father's house. Pleading for your indecent brother, you have annoyed me more than him. I do not want to see your face. You may leave at once. Take with you whatever you like. Anything which is dear to you. Anything which is dear to you, dear to you, dear to you, dear to you.
It's all because of you. What am I to do now? Who do I consult in this moment of crisis?
Birbal.
Yes. Perhaps. But will he help me?
No, Raja Birbal. The Emperor will behead us.
Don't worry. If we are caught, I will be beheaded before you.
The Emperor will forgive you. You're his favorite person.
We are poor servants. Have pity on us.
I guarantee you that nothing will happen to you. Now don't waste time and do as I have told you.
Your Majesty, milk.
My dear daughter, what have you done? Have you lost your senses? Risking your life by abducting the king? And that too in this state? He will behead us all when he wakes up.
Who has brought me here? Who wants to be beheaded?
I'm prepared to be beheaded, Your Majesty. But you yourself gave me the permission to take along anything dear to me. What else can be dearer to a wife than her husband? You're dearer than anything else in the world to me. How could I leave you behind? I left your palace and brought you here with me. I just obeyed your order.
Anything which is dear to you, dear to you, dear to you, dear to you. I'm sure it's Birbal who gave you the idea to make me unconscious and bring me here with you. All right. I forgive your foolish brother this time.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You are so kind.
Don't thank me. Thank Birbal.
Thank you, Raja Birbal.
Akbar and Birbal.
Your Majesty, shall I tell you an interesting story?
No. Your Majesty, shall I tell you a joke?
No.
Your Majesty, shall I show you a magic trick?
No. Since when have you become a magician? Where is Birbal? Why hasn't he come as yet?
You are aware, Your Majesty, that he is always late. Since he's your favorite, he takes advantage of it.
If the Emperor can come on time to the court, why can't he?
Yes, why can't he? Your Majesty, he very cleverly convinces you with his cooked-up stories.
They are not cooked up stories. They are very intelligent and meaningful ones.
If Birbal is so intelligent, Your Majesty, let him bring the milk of an ox and prove his intelligence.
Milk of an ox. Yes. I think it's a very good opportunity to tease him for coming late and make him realize that an emperor treats everyone equally. Yes. This is a task which Birbal can never accomplish.
Long live the Emperor. No task in this world is impossible, Your Majesty.
Birbal, I know you are very intelligent. You are very clever. You are very wise. Can you bring me the milk of an ox?
Milk of an ox?
Yes. You just said that no task is impossible, didn't you? Bring it by tomorrow, or be prepared for a demotion.
Milk of an ox? See how puzzled he looks?
From where will he get the milk of an ox?
He cannot accomplish this task. It's just impossible.
Father, what's the matter? Why are you so serious?
Because I have to get milk of an ox for the Emperor.
What? Milk of an ox? Cow gives milk, not an ox.
I know, but I have to get it.
But how will you?
That's what I am thinking. Listen carefully.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll take all your clothes.
Good. That's like a good girl. hide behind that tree.
Who is washing the clothes in the middle of the night? Who is there by the side of the well? Hey, you! I'm asking you! What are you doing here in the middle of the night?
I'm washing clothes, Your Majesty.
You little girl, you have brought such a huge bundle of clothes here for washing. You have disturbed my sleep. Guards!
Please excuse me, Your Majesty. I have to wash the entire lot of these dirty clothes. My mother has gone to my grandfather's house, and in her absence, my father has given birth to a beautiful baby boy a little while ago.
Did you say your father has given birth to a baby boy?
Yes, he did, Your Majesty.
Father has given birth to a baby boy?
The newborn and the father both are healthy, sleeping peacefully at home.
How can a man give birth to a child? It is impossible.
It is possible, Your Majesty. It is. The world is really full of strange things. When milk of an ox is so very easily available, then why are you so surprised to hear, Your Majesty, that a man has given birth to a child?
Milk of an ox? Oh, I see. I had asked Birbal to get it. Are you Birbal's daughter?
Yes, Your Majesty. I am his daughter.
Like father, like daughter. You two are very intelligent. Now go home and sleep. I admit that I acted foolishly by asking Birbal to bring me the milk of an ox. I should not have done that. Birbal?
Yes, Your Majesty. Sorry to wake you up at this hour, but I had no other option.
Birbal, it is easy to get the milk of an ox than to out with you. You're so very clever. Now go home and sleep. And I don't mind if you come late to the court tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Sweet dreams, Your Majesty.
Akbar and Birbal.
Has Ganga eaten?
No, she just had a little milk.
And the medicines?
Yes, but what's the use? No medicine is working on her.
I feel sorry for her. She's a very unfortunate child. It is more than a year that her parents were killed in front of her eyes and she lost her voice. She has not uttered a word ever since. Only a miracle can get her voice back.
Yes, she needs a miracle more than medicines. Why don't we take her to the blind saint? I am told that he possesses tremendous power to cure the incurables.
Oh yes, there is no harm in taking Ganga to him. He might cure her.
Om Gram Grim Grim Kalike Viche Him Bim Nom Tom Akbar Swaha Om Gram Grim Grim Kalike Viche Akbar Swaha. Yes, yes.
Not one, two. Two at a time.
Two at a time?
Yes, twin. Twin without fail.
Thank you very much, Baba. We have waited for a child for a very long time. A small offering for you.
Om Kram Krim Krim Kalike Vichhe. Om Kram Krim Krim Kalike Vichhe. Advat Swaha. Hrim Brim Nom Tom. Advat Swaha.
He's the one. He's the one. He's the one. He's the one.
Yes, you are right. He's the one who has cured you. It's a miracle. Baba, you are really miraculous.
No, no, uncle. This is the man who killed my parents and robbed us. He's not a saint. He's a murderer. I recognize him.
Keep quiet. What are you saying? I brought you here for treatment. And look, you're already speaking. This saint possesses extraordinary powers.
No, no, uncle. He's a fraud. He's a murderer.
Ganga, how can you be so foolish? You're accusing a man who's just cured you. If you utter words like this about him, people will beat you up.
Don't you see, my child? His reverence is blind. How could he kill your parents?
Forgive her. She is an innocent child.
And you are a dacoit, a ruthless criminal.
Calm this little girl down. Please do not disturb the peace of my place. Bring her some other time. I'll treat her forever.
Come, Ganga. Let's go.
No, no, believe me, believe me. He's a murderer. He's fooling you all. Please believe me.
Stop this nonsense. If she continues like this, I will take her voice back, never to speak again.
Please, please don't do that. Probably she'd seen a bearded dacoit, and she must be mistaking you for him. Please forgive her. I'm taking her home. Come, let's go. And I warn you not to speak another word.
Please trust me. He's a murderer. He murdered my parents.
Oh, shut up.
He's a murderer. He's a murderer. No one believes me. He's the one who made me an orphan. No one believes me. No one believes me. No one believes me.
I think she's telling the truth.
How can you say that? You know that the saint is blind. He cannot leave the hermitage without help. How can he go looting and killing people?
Ganga never tells a lie. And why would she blame him if he was not the killer? I think he is a fraud.
But how can we prove that? People respect him so much. He has such a big following and a clout with the elite too. No one will believe us.
We must expose him. Why don't you talk to Raja Birbal? He will definitely help us. He is a just man.
Yes, he is. And he's clever enough to find out the truth.
I cannot believe that Raja Birbal is here, the man renowned for his wit and wisdom all over the kingdom, visiting an ordinary being like me. I wish I had the eyes to see a great personality like you. How very unfortunate I am. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
I'm very pleased to meet you. I came to inform you that Emperor Akbar wants to honor you for the kind and selfless services you have rendered to the needy people of her kingdom.
Oh, I cannot believe my ears.
You will when you come to the court tomorrow.
Long live the Emperor.
There. The Emperor sits there.
You murderer! You have killed Ganga's parents! You have no right to live on this earth! I'm going to kill you!
He's gone.
You can see.
He is not blind. He's a fraud. He has been fooling people, pretending to be blind, and that too a saint. He should be severely punished for this heinous crime. Arrest him. Confiscate all his wealth and property, which he must have accumulated cheating and looting innocent people.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Raja Birbal.
Birbal, I'm proud of you. You very cleverly helped arrest a very dangerous criminal.
Your Majesty, the credit for that should go to this brave girl.
Oh yes, she really is a brave girl who was not scared in telling the truth. Come here, my child. This is a gift for your bravery.
Akbar and Birbal.
Your Majesty, this was the longest battle we ever fought. Though we won it, but we lost more than 2,000 soldiers and many warriors.
Not only warriors, Your Majesty, we lost hundreds of horses and elephants.
It was a bloody battle, Your Majesty. Fields were soaked in blood. It was a horrible sight. Dead bodies strewn all over.
Stop this brutal and morbid conversation. The bloodshed and destruction depresses me. Let's talk something pleasant and humorous.
My grandfather had such a long and thick beard that birds used to make nests in it.
Your Majesty, my grandfather's moustache was so thick and strong that he could lift 2 buckets of water with it.
My father's moustache was bigger than a sword.
Your Majesty, I don't have any extraordinary stories to tell you about my ancestors' moustaches, but I am very proud of my moustache.
You should be. A moustache provides you dignity. You should take good care of it.
Your Majesty, I don't even allow the barber to touch my moustache. I trim it myself to keep it in shape.
If I shave my moustache, my wife will not allow me inside the house.
If I were told to shave my moustache, I would rather jump into the well and die.
And if someone tries to touch my moustache, he will lose his head for sure.
Who dare touch His Majesty's moustache?
Who doesn't love his life?
Who wants to be beheaded?
Birbal? What's the matter? You're not saying anything. Don't you agree with me?
Your Majesty, I have great faith in your sense of justice, but...
But what, Birbal? Don't you agree with me that if anyone tries to touch my mustache, he should be beheaded?
No, no, Your Majesty. It will be a very pleasant sight to watch.
Birbal, how dare you say that?
He wants to be amused at the cost of an emperor's humiliation?
What audacity, Your Majesty! Birbal should be punished for this.
What do you say to that, Birbal?
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will be equally pleased to see me offer sweets to the one who touches your mustache.
That's enough, Birbal. You're crossing your limits. Do you think I'm insane? What makes you think I will be pleased if someone touches my mustache? Prove your point, or else be prepared for the punishment.
Please allow me to go out for some time.
Are you trying to flee, Birbal?
You cannot leave the court unless you prove what you just said.
I will have to go out of the court to prove that, Your Majesty. Please give this child to me for some time.
But Raja Birbal, if anything happens to him, the prince will be angry with me.
Do not worry. Nothing will happen to him. I'm just taking him to the emperor, his grandfather. Only this little child can save my life.
What is this, Birbal?
Your grandson, Your Majesty.
Oh, let me have a look at him.
Your Majesty, this dear devil is pulling your mustache, and you seem to be pleased with it.
Oh yes, I'm very pleased.
Shall I offer sweets to your grandson, Your Majesty? Now, tell me, Your Majesty, will you punish your grandson for doing this?
How can I punish him? You are right, Birbal. You have proved your point. You deserve a reward for that.
Akbar and Birbal.
Long live the Emperor.
Long live the Emperor!
Interesting. It speaks.
Speak!
Your Majesty, he picks up words very fast.
Very fast!
Your Majesty, this is a gift for you.
For you!
Say, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty!
Thank you for bringing me such a beautiful parrot.
Beautiful parrot!
Take him inside and put him in a golden cage. Want some more?
Want some more?
I'm asking you.
Asking you.
You naughty one.
You naughty one.
Take good care of this parrot under your personal supervision. It should not fall sick.
You don't have to do any work now. Good for you.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh my god, what a parrot he is!
But be careful to speak in front of him.
He might repeat it someday.
Repeat it someday. Repeat it someday.
Hey, keep quiet!
Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Eat. Eat, my dear. Come on.
How long has he not eaten?
Many days.
But he looks healthy.
Not as healthy as he did before.
Don't worry. I'll give him this medicine. He'll start eating. Oh! You idiot! You fool!
You idiot. You fool.
Be careful, sir. Don't utter bad words in front of him.
Bad words. Bad words.
Oh, me too. Me too. Raja Birbal, please save this poor old man. The emperor will punish him. He was doing his best looking after him.
Don't worry. I will report the death of the parrot to the emperor. You don't say anything. Let me do the talking. Long live the emperor.
Birbal, so early in the morning? Is anything wrong with the parrot?
Not any longer, Your Majesty.
What do you mean, not any longer?
He died.
What? How? Why?
Because he was not happy here, Your Majesty. Your beautiful palace was no match to the lush green forest where he was born. Your golden cage could not confine him. He was longing to fly in the forest where he had grown up. But his struggle for freedom cost him his life.
Birbal, not only have you saved the soul servant the punishment, you have opened my eyes too. The birds are not meant for cages. They belong to nature, with freedom to fly.
Akbar and Birbal.
Your Majesty, I too admire Birbal's wit and wisdom, but I will consider him clever only if he answers one simple question.
What is it?
I'm sure he must be holding his wife's hand 1 or 2 times in a day. Can you tell me how many bangles does she wear in her hand?
Yes, Your Majesty. I do hold my dear wife's hand once or twice in a day, and can certainly tell how many bangles she wears. But before that, can Mullah do Pyaza answer a simpler question? As his hand caresses his beard the entire day, can my learned friend tell me the total number of hair he has in his beard?
That was really funny, Birbal. You came out with the right one at the right time. What do you say, Mullah do Pyaza? What do you think, Raja Toderbal?
Your Majesty, Raja Birbal is known for his wit and wisdom. One should not try to outwit him.
Birbal, I'm proud of you. It's been days that I have not rewarded you. I allot 100 acres of fertile land to you on the bank of river Yamuna.
Thank you, Your Majesty. That's very generous of you.
He gets richer every day.
For the silly jokes he narrates.
Birbal, what are you going to grow on that land?
Mangoes. The Emperor likes mangoes.
No, he can grow some oranges also.
Why not a grape orchard?
Wheat and rice will be profitable, I think.
What about vegetables?
No. He should grow cotton.
Hold on. Your suggestions will be welcome. Let me acquire the land first.
The Emperor's always very kind to you. Everyone in the neighborhood is talking about that piece of land. We must make a beautiful house on the banks of river Yamuna for our old age.
Whatever you wish, my dear wife. But let me eat in peace at present.
Birbal, what have you grown on the land which Emperor Akbar allotted to you?
Dreams.
Dreams? I don't understand.
It seems that the Emperor has forgotten about his promise. For the last 1 month, I have been trying to remind him of his promise, but he just ignores the topic.
That's very unlikely of him.
And people have already started building castles in the air on that piece of land.
Well, if you need soldiers for those castles, do let me know.
Birbal, look how beautiful these roses are.
Yes, Your Majesty. They are beautiful. Your Majesty, in fact, I wanted to remind you of your promise.
You fool! Why have you cut that plant? My favorite one?
Your Majesty.
Later, Birbal. The food is delicious. Just delicious.
Oh yes, Your Majesty. It's delicious.
I think the cook deserves a reward.
Certainly he does, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, that reminds me of your promise to me.
But why has he put so many chilies? Sack him immediately. Birbal, do you know why the neck of the camel is so crooked?
Of course I know, Your Majesty. The camel was an emperor in his last birth.
What nonsense. How can that be possible?
Why not, Your Majesty? The emperor was cursed. One day, he promised one of his courtiers 100 acres of land as a reward and forgot about it. Whenever the courtier tried to remind him, the emperor turned his neck in the other direction. The frustrated courtier cursed the emperor that he would be a camel in his next birth with a crooked neck.
Come, Birbal. Look, I'm not turning my neck in the other direction now. You taught me a good lesson yesterday. Promises are to be kept. Here is the lease for the 100 acres of land.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Better late than never.